Hi everyone, welcome to Straight from the Divine Tarot. We are Monday, September 8th, 2025. And we're doing a general collective read. Thank you for joining me. I'm truly grateful to each and every one of you. I love you guys so very much. Thank you for all your love and support. And thank you for your donations through PayPal and super thanks. You guys are wonderful. I really, really am honored. Let's see where we're going to go with this read. You know it's a timeless read, and you can switch the genders and the roles as you need to, if you need to, okay? Please use your higher wisdom and discernment, because not every read's going to be for you. And it's kind of confusing sometimes. It sounds like, you know, you get wrapped up in the storyline, and sometimes you forget, well, maybe it's not your read, right? If you don't already know about it, chances are it's not your read. I'm not saying it's not your read. It may show up later because there's different timelines. But please, please, please don't make any hasty decisions based off of a general collective reading without doing your due diligence, your homework, okay? The last thing I want to do is add to anybody's strife, okay? I love you. I don't want you guys going through any more. So let's see where Spirit wants us to go today. Well, look, it popped up. That flipped right over, Disruption 16. So somebody's going through a tower moment. It's the overarching energy. That simply means that whatever you or someone else was involved in, it's not for you. It wasn't meant to be. False foundations, false impressions. It's not meant to be. It's not part of your path or somebody else's path. So it's coming down. Something's going to happen very quickly. Meaning it's a shift. It's meant to cause a shift in your life or somebody else's life. People hate the towers, but at the end of the day, it's meant to redirect you where you need to go. Yeah, somebody didn't choose wisely here. Somebody had maybe too many options, or they made some poor choices, you or someone else. Mixed signals I just heard. Illusions. Hopeful, wishful thinking, temptation. So somebody didn't choose wisely, or now that this is happening, choose very wisely. I was having a little talk with Spirit earlier. We were talking about stuff like this. Certain people out there are experiencing some karma, backlash, or backfires for some of the words and or actions they've taken against you or others, and they don't know quite how to handle it. Well, it is what it is. Yeah, crown chakra. You have a direct connection with Source. You're very wise. 7 is the Chariot, moving forward. This is awareness, radical acceptance. Somebody needs to take accountability and ownership for something. They need to bring back balance to a situation. You're moving forward. You overcame. You're not looking back, okay? You might be leaving someone or something behind. That's just not good for you anymore. You could be moving and or traveling. This is not victory or success. You're still moving forward. So somebody wanted to stop you. Somebody's falling flat. Victory and success in reverse. They wanted to stop your victory or your success. By trying to stop you, they've stopped their own. It's even worse for them. This is very karmic. 6 in reverse is lovers in reverse. Is a karmic relationship or a karmic person or soul type. It could even be a contract, but it was a false contract. It was all one-sided, their way or the highway. Didn't make some good decisions here. Somebody's getting some consequences. No harmony, no peace. Fool, that reminds me of the Fool in reverse. Reckless, careless, and foolish, right? No new beginnings. Ooh, somebody's trying to hide and cloak you or something. I just heard you. So somebody could have been trying to hide you or cloak you. They don't want to be alone. They have multiple options. They don't want to be alone. Is that their excuse? Good for them. They're delusional. They don't want to be investigated or scrutinized. They're going to claim they weren't aware of something. Yeah, this could be too much emphasis on schmecks. You have a good solid foundation here, firm foundation. Your base chakra is lit. Your crown chakra is from your crown to your base and back up to your crown is lit. Congratulations. You do have a direct connection with Source. That's magician. You're co-creating with the divine. You are manifesting something new. There's this conscious awareness. Someone's taking some sort of action here. Oh, yeah. Against a family member or somebody from your past. You're not going back to the past. Somebody gave out false, misleading information about you, or it was an unrequited love situation. If it's not love, it's family, friend, business. Whatever this was, it wasn't reciprocal. Somebody didn't want to heal from their inner childhood wounds or they didn't want you to heal. They want you going back into another toxic cycle. They traumatized you, or this is a trauma bond. No reconciling, because your heart chakra is open. They wanted to close your heart chakra, your crown chakra, really destabilize you with your base chakra. You bossed up, took back your power. Somebody wanted power over you, over your heart. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So somebody is trying to manipulate you using your heartstrings, because you're a loving, kind person, nurturing person. Somebody wanted power and control over you. Authority. Somebody lost authority or gave, I don't know, they used their authority against you, and or they abused it. Somebody's in their ego and their pride. They wanted power and control over you. It's a bully. Yeah. Somebody had no authority to do something with a contract and or a decision, to make a decision, or this is a third party. You stood your ground. You made the right decision. You used your higher wisdom and you elevated and ascended. You stood your ground, or you are standing your ground. You're divinely protected and guided. They're blocked. They're blocked off. They're trying to block off your new beginnings, block off people from seeing that you're innocent. You're not afraid. You took a leap of faith. You have a new beginning. It's exciting. Now they want to come back in. They feel like a fool. They want to come back in. This is unfinished business. Their world is upside down. They're going through some sort of heartache and loss. They keep repeating something. But you're moving on. Bye. You've ascended. Yeah, this is a past partner or something. You're not somebody that's lazy, don't want to put the work in, and disrespectful towards you. This is somebody that's not cooperating with you. You're not helping them. They never helped you, right? They left you out in the cold, rejected and abandoned. That's how they wanted you to feel. Now they're feeling like that. But them leaving you behind, no matter what kind of relationship this is, 44, allowed you to rest and heal and to really see the truth of the matter. And now prosperity is beginning. Congratulations. You've manifested it. Financial, material changes. What I'm picking up here is they thought, oh, let's leave them alone. Let's make them feel like they're not wanted. Try up their money, or try to, or take their money. I'm really picking up, this could be family members. Never calling you, never coming by. If they do, it's really fleeting. It's very superficial. Your birthday or Christmas comes by, you get a text, not a phone call, not a visit. Nobody asks how you're doing. And they think you're stupid, that you don't see through their bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They're using your heartstrings. So there could be, I don't know. You could be a grandparent and they're using the grandkids against you. Well, you're not going to see the grandkids. You know what I mean? You got to grovel for me. You know, if that's your situation, or a parent, and you could be a parent, but if that's your situation and somebody's mistreating you like that, it's sad for the grandkids. Really sad for those kids, especially being brought up by somebody like that. But at the end of the day, they cannot use that against you. You know what I'm saying? Make you jump through hoops and stuff like that. No, this is a tower for somebody, and it's not going to be pretty, I just heard. They wanted to bring a tower to you, and they probably did bring multiple towers to you until you were able to be on your own and reflect, and you see it for what it is now, as game playing. There's something behind it. There's something they want from you. So this is, I was going to say disaster, disruption. 16. Where are we going with this for the collective, please? Oh, boy. Something was done that was taboo. This was in reverse. They tried to screw with your intuition, or they lost their intuition. Limit, crime. There's something to do with a crime. Forbidden love and curiosity. And you use your intuition, sixth sense, intuition, and subconscious. So they're trying to block your intuition. Whatever they did, because you have a direct connection with Source, okay? We saw the crown chakra. You're very wise. That's where you get your downloads from, right from Source. Not everybody does, okay? You need to be, basically from, okay, I'm just going to tell you what I know. It could be different for somebody else, okay? It's not written in stone, because God is God, right? He has his own way. But for me, I hear him clearly when no one else is around, when no one's energy interferes. I'd rather be alone than have a house full of people. Therefore, I get to have him all to myself. It's kind of selfish, but you know what I'm saying. It's addictive. It is, that connection with God. You don't want to lose that. So a miracle's going to be happening. Or it's going to seem like a miracle. Dreams come true. Get what you want. Congratulations. You're single. You're going to remain single. You know, isolation, independent, and alone. They wanted to isolate you, but it's a miracle because you came out even better than ever. Seeing the truth, knowing, okay, you people don't belong in my life. I remember a long time ago when my child was a teenager, I think it was. And he's like, oh, Mom, I feel so bad for you. Because once I move out and I become, a man and I have my own family, what about you? You'd be alone. And I'm going, don't worry about me. Because I had him at the age of 28. I said, I had a life before you came along and I'm going to have a life after you move on and do what you do. I guess he didn't realize that until he moved out and he saw that, yeah, mom's okay. So something's hot here. You're very popular. Maybe you're hot and popular. I don't know. So they're hot and bothered, I just heard. Focus is on you. Something's explosive. So somebody's focusing on them and what they did. You're standing firm in your decision here. Wide awake, clean, and decisive. You made a clean cut. You cut these people out and you're not. Yeah, they're missing you now. Misweight and eager. Electronicization, data backup and digital. So maybe they can only contact you, through your phone or computer, or they're watching you somehow. They're looking at you like you're a mystery. Unknown, puzzle, illusion, and confusing. So yeah, people are, maybe it's online, I don't know. People are watching what's going on. They heard their stories. They're watching you live your life. It's not computing. It's not matching up. They're false accusations or stories about you. So it's just drawing people towards you even more. If you work online, congratulations. You didn't have to advertise. Somebody has addictions, or they claimed you had addictions, but you don't act like it. You're maybe doing what you need to do each and every day. People see you. Where do you find the time to have addictions, right? It could be drugs, alcohol, obsessions, toxic attachments. So that's what they said about you. They could have said you were depraved, or these people are depraved. Okay, depravity. Tyrant, spy, misfortune, seduction. They try to sacrifice you, or they claim that you sacrificed somebody. Okay, we got that last week somehow, twice, I think. Somebody made up some bullcrap stories about somebody doing magic and sacrificing children. Dedication, ritual, worship, and voluntary. So somebody's into some sort of worshiping rituals. They wanted to sacrifice you, or you made a big sacrifice. You left these people behind. And now it's change. Wow. Transformation, newborn, evolution. There could be a newborn in the picture. Congratulations. Somebody needs to evolve. If they're awaiting some children and they're acting like jerks, they need to evolve and smarten up, because that child or children will be affected one way or another. This is unfinished business. They're going to claim you changed. You haven't changed. They just didn't get to know you. It's not over. Back and forth and baggage. You got a lot of talent. You're independent. Maybe you are an independent creator. You could be in the movies. You could be a musician. You could be a writer. You could be anything. A speaker. It could be anything. You're very independent. Somebody wants to have drinks with you or coffee with you. They want to reconcile with you. You're on your guard, so stay on your guard. Okay? Protect, escort, and teach. Yeah, somebody wants to poison you. Be careful. Or they want to know what you know. This is knowledge, apple, wisdom, unalive, sexuality, and joy. So somebody was tempted here to do something against you. Your high honor, dignity, works, lineage, and awards. And they're going towards the nothingness. They don't want you to have anything, even though you deserved it. This is unalive, meaninglessness, erasure, and forgetfulness. Something to do with a photograph. Maybe they're using your photos to do some sort of spell work, trying to pollute you. This is somebody that has an infection, or this is a parasite. They're poisoning the minds of others. They're just poison. This is a parasite. They glom onto people and suck them dry of whatever. Energy, money, I don't know. Whatever it is they're wanting. There's a whistleblower here. Betrayal report, expose and leak. Somebody's telling the truth. And they're standing firm, whether that's you or someone else. You can go it alone. You don't need these people or this person in your life or this situation. I'm serious, okay? Before you met this person or these people, before they came into your world, did you not have a life before them? Weren't you happy? Why stick around? Have them stick around and be unhappy. I just don't get it. If it is somebody you're related to or married to, they're just going to have to smarten the fuck up. You're going to have to learn a lesson. So this is disruption, taboo, and intuition. Where are we going with this, please, Spirit? Elusive, dishonesty, deception, and trickery. So you saw it for a mile away. But you had to go through the motions I just heard. for them to learn their lessons. You already learned yours. You just had to go through the motions, or else they wouldn't have learned, right? Somebody's, ooh, it's catching up with them, I just heard. Whatever this is, something's catching up with someone. Hoping, expecting, faith, and manifesting. Your manifestations are coming in. You're expecting them to come in, or they're expecting their manifestations to come in. You have a great deal of faith. They're hoping that they can stop you. Withdrawn. Single, lonely, and solitary. That's what they want for you. So you come crawling back to them and you accept everything they've done and said? I don't think so. Something to do with family here. They're in sorrow, lost, grief, and depressed. That's what they wanted for you. So what? So they could unalive you and then say, yeah, you did it yourself? I don't think so. They wanted you to live in low vibration. Well, you know what? They can live in low vibration. You know, why would you want to live? You got everything going for you. Just because some asshole wants to treat you like dirt and you say enough is enough and you go on your merry way. You do your healing, and this person doesn't want to grow up. They still want to be an asshole. There's nothing in this world that says you need to sit there and take it. Nah, I don't care who you are. Disruption 16. Taboo, intuition, elusive. Hopeful. Now they're losing hope. And they're not inspired, not optimistic, no success. It's in reverse. How do you like them apples? They could have been doing jar spells on you. And that kind of blew up in their face. You are hopeful. You're an inspiration. You remain optimistic. That's why you're successful. That's what's bringing your success. They're longing. They wanted you longing for them. I don't think so. Missing you, let's talk reunion. They're hoping that they can get back into your energy. The possibilities, follow your dreams, make up your mind, believe in yourself. This is what's happening with you, or did happen. What they wanted for you was to unalive yourself. I knew I sensed it. Lost depression. There's an apology here, arrogant, rash actions, and insincere. Their life is stagnant, or they're trying to stagnate your life, stuck, dead end, and frozen. That's what they wanted for you. Antisocial. They're trying to drive everybody away from you. In your feelings, silent treatment left out. That's what they wanted for you. They're two-faced. They play you in your face. I love you. We good? Yeah. I'll talk to you. Yeah, no problem. A year later, hey, I'm in town. That's all. You know what I mean? Know how you doing? I miss you. Sorry I haven't gotten a hold of you. Yeah. It's bare minimum. It's not even bare minimum. It's less than bare minimum. Two-faced, double life, cheater, backstabber, toxic as fuck. They feel trapped. They wanted to trap you. They're in their own trap. Stuck, no options, unforgiveness. Epiphanies here. Self-reflection. They need to reflect. Answered questions, untapped talents. You're established. Settled, secure, and wealthy. Or you will be. And they're shattered by this because they were wearing a mask. Now they're suffering in silence because they're facing chaos. You've taken all this time. This is what they wanted for you. To cry, to bemoan, to beg them to come back, whoever this is, to fall apart. They wanted this for you. Instead, you used this time to recharge. Breathe, and you let go, and you cleared your mind. Congratulations. And now, everything they wanted for you is what's happening to them. It's backfired onto them. How you like them apples? Use those apples to poison others, huh? Take a big bite out of your own fucking apple. Putrid apple. Here we go. Disruption 16, taboo, intuition, elusive, and hopeful. That's what you get for being dishonest and deceptive. What's the message, please, Spirit? They were celebrating this. Oh, I bet you they're staying at home crying over me. Nah. If this is your partner, well, they're really full of themselves. Or it could be a family friend. It could be anybody. Yeah, they can't move on. They didn't want you moving on. Six of Swords. Somebody's in hot water. They're in trouble. Thank you. Has something to do with your family. Long-term stability. This 10 of Pentacles, a corporation, an inheritance, spiritual inheritance, a great deal of money, some sort of generational wealth or legacy. It's a 10. 10s are endings of cycles. Congratulations. Overarching energy. You have a direct connection with Source. You are co-creating with the divine. You are manifesting. And these people are green with envy. Okay, they had, see all these, they had the wands, they had the cups, they had the swords, and they had pentacles. They threw everything at you. And probably the kitchen sink too, and they can't stop you. He holds the power of all the elements in the palm of his hand or her hand. So this is conscious awareness. You were always consciously aware of what they were doing. Damn. I just heard green eggs and ham. I don't know if that has anything to do with this, but you're going to be taking some action. This was a scam. They were doing magic. Is this somebody, a love bomber? You know, a family, a scamming family, wanting to, they never supported you. No support, no love, no fealty, nothing here. This is a family or a group. You overcame, persevered, you put up some boundaries, right? Now they're very defensive, very paranoid maybe. Why? Because somebody doesn't, there's no change. So if they wanted you to end yourself and or you're still alive, or I don't know, go crazy because then they can lock you away or whatever this is. There's no change. Somebody's resisting change. They keep doing something over and over again. You blocked it off because it's getting tiring. You're done. I'm over it, I just heard. So you're over it. This is a permanent, profound ending or loss for somebody. They can't hide this any longer. They can't hide you if that's what they were doing. There's no more confusion. You're not in your emotions at all. They can't hide this any longer. Light's being shined on this, whatever this is. You're not confused. You're not upset. It's a full moon, isn't it? It's a blood moon. So yeah, there's proof and evidence as to something they were doing. People are getting paid. Their hands are out, right? The Seven of Pentacles, look upon my works. Somebody wanted to be better than you? I don't know. They underestimated you. There's something to do with an investment. They were counting your money, harvesting from you. Again, you're stable and secure. Place the genders where it belongs. It's only energy after all. Male or female. You're stable and secure. You know your value and your worth. You're hardworking, abundant, and independent. Stable and secure. Independent. You have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. Yeah. They wanted you. They left you out in the cold, that's for sure. On the outside looking in, maybe you had some austere moments here. You went, you know, because of what they did to you, left you in a state of financial instability. Poverty, maybe. But now that you regained your stability, they're going, that's what's going to happen to them. The Five of Pentacles, destitute, alone, and terrified for the future. King of Cups. So somebody's trying to remain emotionally balanced, stable and mature, stoic, not wearing their heart on their sleeve, using male or female, pardon me, remaining emotionally balanced, using intuition here. This could be a father, it doesn't have to be scared shitless here. Doesn't want to heal. They could have claimed you were mentally unstable. They're afraid this is a scandal. They could be ill and or injured. They were reckless, careless, and foolish. They took unnecessary risks. They don't want you having a new beginning. Somebody was naive or gullible. They wanted power and control over you. Somebody had no authority or lost authority or abused their authority. Now, this is somebody that could have said that you're sick, you're crazy, you're careless in this world. I don't know. It sounds like they wanted to lock you up or just really, I don't know. Somebody was a bully in their ego, wanting power and control, bending to public pressure. They say they don't trust you or you don't trust them. This is somebody involved in corruption, or they said you were involved with corruption. Somebody's on their own. There's no harmony here. Could be a shit father, boss, or leader, male or female. There's no trust here. No, you don't see eye to eye. There's a parting of ways. Somebody's stuck in their head. This is self-imposed. They're trying to, I don't know. I just almost said sacrifice. I didn't mean to say that, but they're trying to restrict you, or they're feeling restricted, or they're going to jail. Too many obstacles to overcome. Maybe they try to bind you. Maybe they try to sacrifice you. They're stuck, feeling stuck or trapped. They don't want to let go. They don't want to see things from a different perspective. They're trying to delay something or make you wait. They wanted you stuck alone. so they can better control you. This is some sort of corruption here. This is a waste of time. They're stuck because there's an investigation. Somebody's alone. They wanted you stuck alone. There's an investigation or something. You did the reflection. You did that healing work. You do have high wisdom. You do have a direct connection with Source. You could have been in isolation here. They wanted you to wait in isolation. But there's a light shining on this situation here. You made it to the top of this mountain, meaning you overcame these hardships. This is the 9th card in the Major Arcana. The Hermit stands alone on the top of a mountain, which symbolizes his or hers spiritual mastery, growth, and accomplishment. He or she has chosen this path of self-discovery and, as a result, has reached a heightened state of awareness of himself or herself and the world he or she lives in. And now you're speaking the truth about this. It could be you or someone else, male or female. Remember that, okay? But Queen of Swords is somebody that's very intuitive, very discerning and astute, intelligent and wise, but more importantly, emotionally intelligent. This is a speaker of sorts. They're not afraid to speak their truth. They've been through it. They're tired. They're not... Listen, this person's not going to entertain foolishness, okay? They're going to cut you out. They're going to speak the truth, cut you out, and put up boundaries. And that's what you've done. Yeah, they can't go any further. Somebody could have had a car accident or lost their car, or got the car repoed. Somebody doesn't want to take accountability. They can't overcome. They can't move, or they don't want to move, or they can't travel. I don't know. This is not going anywhere. Out of control. They don't want to take accountability. So something's not going anywhere. Chariot reverse. This is not a victory. This is not a win. They can't eat or sleep. They're real 9 of Swords here. They're really burdened. You'll be having nightmares. Wanting to justify and rationalize. I don't think so. Yeah. Somebody's walking away. Somebody's really worried because you walked away. They're facing the unknown. They did too much. They don't want to take accountability. They're worried because they walked away from you. It could be somebody that's supposed to care for you and they walked away from you. Yeah, because of money. This is a King of Pentacles in reverse, male or female. Somebody was greedy, materialistic, a gold digger and a cloud chaser, very selfish, a spendthrift, jealous and lazy, money motivated. This is get rich quick schemes, okay? It's a bully. They lied about you. This is news you don't want to hear, they don't want to hear. They're stalking you, harassing you, possibly online or in person. They were jealous of you and abused you. They lied. They spread rumor, gossip, and slander, and they were petty and they were cruel. It's the self-sabotage and targeting. They did want to learn, so you have no inspiration. It's all money. Money motivated. Oh, they're getting karma. Trying to take your destiny, steal your destiny. Stagnation for sure. Causing delays and setbacks. Somebody's stalling. It's a reversal of fortune, a change of direction. They want you to go into another toxic cycle with them. Something's falling back on someone here. Or they're going to have to reverse what they've said and eat their words. Law and order here. They're getting karma. It could be a professional of any kind. We have the King and Queen in the upright. It could be exes that you're dealing with, an ex-husband, ex-wife. I'm really not picking that up, though. I'm picking up maybe it's professional. It could be lawyers. Could be doctors. Somebody with authority. And they're speaking the truth. They're very learned. They're not going to play games here. This could be Archangel Michael as well. Somebody has experience. They have authority to speak. Okay. Doppelganger. Empress in reverse. They wanted this, I don't know. They wanted to devalue you and disempower you, take your voice and your power away or your rights away. This could be a doppelganger trying to be you. Or this is somebody that wanted control over you, meaning a conservatorship or power of attorney. Is this male or female? Somebody's very chaotic and toxic, greedy, selfish, jealous, promiscuous, controlling, and possessive. Yeah, they're hurting for money. This was unfair. They really wanted you to look unstable. This was unfair. They can't balance something out. They thought this would be a profit. It's a loss. They thought wrong. They dropped the ball on this. They can't play games anymore because they can't balance this out. Something's all over the place here. They can't keep up the appearances. Maybe trying to be you. They got caught. They have to come clean. Seven of Swords. I just heard this is whack. It's not a word I normally use, but this is whack. Whoever did this, whatever they've done, it's whack. Whatever that means. They're not getting away. You're getting your justice. Wow. Gotta love that. Five of Wands. Ooh, they're all fighting, finger pointing, blaming one another. There's a crowd of people, maybe. There's a lot of gaslighting, mind games, power plays. You walked away. That was your justice got enacted, or the kickoff to you getting your justice, I think, is you walking away with your head held high, not engaging, not taking on this drama. Now they don't want to be they don't want this conflict. They're all fighting here. They're mad with one another. They didn't want to let go. It didn't serve. They didn't foresee you walking away from them and not acting as if you don't care. Of course you cared, but you know, they broke your heart. How many more times are you going to allow them to break your heart? How many more times are you going to go back and forth and put up with their bullshit? They don't want to let go of their bullshit. They didn't foresee this. They didn't want you moving forward in life, maybe. Whatever this is, they weren't prepared for it. Yeah, sudden departure, sudden arrival. There's no contingency plans. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. Two at once. Poor decisions here. Unable to move forward. Plans aren't working out. They weren't expecting that. They weren't prepared for that. For you to shut them out. Well, what else did they expect? Right? Yeah. You're highly intuitive. There's a lot of secrets. You're not speaking to them, male or female. You could be a reader or a spiritualist. Don't have to be. You do have a direct connection with Source. Yet again, you're very balanced between your dark and light energies, masculine and feminine. You have a deep knowing. You don't need to hash it out with these people. Why would you lower your standards? Because they want you fighting with them. They want your energy. Yeah, they're not going anywhere here. You know, they were trying to stop you from moving forward in life, or moving. Maybe you're traveling. These people or this person's in trouble. Truth and clarity. Yep. Want to stop your happiness, your health? I don't know. But this is exposed. This is illumination. They're being exposed. They can't stop you from exposing them. Maybe you're getting ready to speak the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help you God. I know I'm ready to start speaking truths about certain people in my world. I gave them enough time. I'm done waiting. Yeah. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles. You're happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, successful. You put a lot of work in. You're very determined in whatever it is that you do. You've mastered your emotions and or whatever you do for a living. This is success, right? Diligence, discipline. There, somebody's doing some jar spells on you and others to keep them all in place. Yeah, somebody's a fall from grace. Somebody got demoted, lost their position, either in a group, family, and or at work. Somebody's putting on a show as if they're you, your work. They don't want you having wish fulfillment. This is no emotional fulfillment or happiness. Nobody supported you. No moral support, nothing. This is a fall from grace. Somebody's really smug, full of themselves, selfish. I know it don't show off. Yeah, this was a crime. This was abuse. Knight of Swords in reverse. They endangered others. They were reckless. And now they're heartbroken. Something's going to happen quick. They're heartbroken. So you still are a star. You're still balanced. You're healed. You're healthy. You're an inspiration. Your wishes are being granted. You're in your north node. Very balanced. This is a great deal of faith. Prayers have been heard. Divine intervention. Damn. Someone's praying. Praying to get a heart attack. I think they wound up with one. All they do is party, party, party instead of work. They're not happy because you're successful. You put a lot of work into yourself. All they do is try to abuse you. Somebody in the, more than one somebody has addictions here, okay? They wish that they could be you, that they have your strength. All that glitters is not gold. Running out of options here. This was all illusions. No more confusion. They don't have a choice here. Running out of viable options. False contract, parting ways with karmics. You don't have a choice. You got to break it off with these people. They're karmic. They're not going to do anything good for you. It's all one-sided. Yeah, they wanted to harm you, hurt you physically, or they did, or take you out, or they took somebody else out. It could be on a life certificate with your name on it. False information. They bore false witness. This is perjury. Could be divination abuse. Somebody could have lost a child and they used that ending, switched your name on it. You know what I'm saying? It was all for money. These people are opportunists. They're in heavy-duty debt here. They bore false witness. They perjured themselves against you. Took a huge gamble and lost. No new beginnings. No practical approach. Didn't want to learn anything. Didn't want to do things the right way. No follow through. This is a golden opportunity. Something tangible. Something worth money. This is a blessing in disguise. This is a blessing the divine's given you and somebody tried to take it from you. But, no, they're marked here. There's a trail, a money trail. And the trail, there's a trail. And this money was supposed to be yours or was yours. It didn't get to you or it was taken. And I'm picking out that there's a trail. They left fingerprints on it, digital or otherwise. They lied about it. They never paid you. They can't pay up. It's a tower. You're still stable and secure. That's why you're still blessed. You have spiritual gifts. Yeah, somebody's taking action here. Ace of Wands. You have authority. You're going to be taking some action. This is new beginnings, new passion opportunities, growth and expansion. You have authority. You're very creative, very passionate for what you do. It says here, a spiritual gift. Ideas flow towards your soul. Follow your passion. Eat rich potential for growth. Beware of pitfalls. Yeah, they wanted a life of luxury off your back. They wanted you to... They took some sort of actions to keep you struggling financially, to make you look unstable. Somebody was greedy and selfish. That's what they wanted to make you look like. Unstable, greedy, selfish, insecure, greedy, codependent, clingy. This is a financial crime. Somebody doesn't want to be alone, so they have sex with others, or that's what they said about you. Somebody's taking action, though. You or someone else. They can't mind their own business. This is not their... Okay, so they could be saying that your business, if you are an entrepreneur, they took some sort of action against your business. Claiming it's their business. It's not. Oh, that reminds me. Do you know how many times I got emails in the last little while from some punk idiot saying that I'm stealing, using their audio on my videos, and very, very rudely saying, I'm waiting to hear back from you. You know, like basically, what am I going to give them to make up for this? Well, number one, I'm not using anybody's audio. It's my voice only. So, yeah, go fuck yourself, okay? Give your head a shake. Take me to court. Let's see who's the loser there, okay? So get off my tits, in other words, okay? So somebody's unbalanced right now. They've tried all kinds of things lately. You should see the emails I'm getting, the emails, the texts. I'm fed up, okay? You don't want to see me fed up, because that's when I take action. And that's when I've been waiting. I've been pleasant. After everything they've done to me, and I'm telling you, they've done some horrible things to me. I didn't retaliate. I don't need to. I'm not saying I'm going to retaliate now, but I will start speaking the truth. And people's eyes are going to be wide open. Their jaw's going to hit the floor, because they're going to know what I'm saying is true. I've got receipts. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So back the fuck up. Yep. Oh boy, all lies. Trying to say you're unstable? No truth, no clarity, no communication. Yep, they're under divine judgment. This is awareness. They need to take accountability. You're making the right moves, by the way. You made the right choices. There's awareness somebody's holding back from you. They're greedy and selfish, wanting power and control over you. Could be jar spells yet again. Could be some sort of poisoning as well with these needles. Somebody could be doing needles. Somebody needs to take accountability. This is a wake-up call, okay, for somebody. A decision's been rendered. Somebody's a poser, a player. Could be a warlock. Protection. You're protected. You made the right choice. Congratulations. This is somebody that bit off more than they can chew. They don't do the noble thing. They have no morals, ethics, or honor. This is somebody that follows, not a leader. Because in the upright, it's a leader. King of Wands, male or female. They're very egotistical. They only want attention. That's all they want. They just phone it in. They don't want to do the work, okay? They're no leader, that's for sure. It's a coward. This is a coward. They think they're all that in a bag of chips. They think they get... Give me a break. Holding back. This is impersonation. This is a forgery. Stealing your work, your ideas, or your achievements. They feel entitled. This is somebody combative, in your face, argumentative, and abusive. A poser, a player, like I said. Stole a home, a business, some sort of stability, non-committal. This is a shit family if this is people in your family. They really want you unstable and homeless. They were attacking you. They made up allegations or accusations they can't back up here. They wanted you fighting, competing with them. You're not going to. They lose their house here. They can't block you. There's a power. Yeah, we're parting ways. They're grieving and regretting. They're losing their shirt. Yeah, somebody was in their ego. They could have been trying to attack you. This is force. This is being forceful, egotistical, power hungry, dominant. They wanted domination, yeah. Forced a contract. Force. This is the devil force. The devil made me do it. I don't think so. You're strong. You're very strong. You have integrity, loyalty, and honesty. Something's being forced here. It's being seen how toxic somebody is. They have addictions, obsessions, codependency issues. This is fast communication, fast action, and or travel. Change is coming. Something is in the air. Action. The time is now. Where will you be when the big events happen? They're being exposed. This is embarrassing and disgraceful. So maybe they're going to force you to say the truth, come out with it. Or they're going to be forced to come out with it. I don't know. Yeah, they're going to be in their emotions. This could be the divine. This could be a marriage or commitment. This could be dealing with an institution or a belief system. He sees through the material world and into your very soul. You could be a spiritually high-ranking person. It kind of sounds like you are. Some sort of agreement, or you're on some sort of platform. If you are on a platform of any kind, you're very loved here. And they're trying to stop you. They can't stop you any longer. This is not the rite of passage. They intercepted your mail or your money if you are on a platform or an institution dealing with one. It could be courts. It could be anything to do with money, property, family. I don't know. Losing kids. They had something to do with you losing kids, or this is custody. This is unrequited love. Whatever they did. Okay? They gave out false misleading information about you. You're not going back to the past. Yeah. You're standing up and you're staying in your power, male or female. You go your own way. Courage, confidence, independence, determination. You're not afraid. You're very courageous. You're a leader, a creator of some sort. You're bold. You're confident. You saw it for whatever it is. You could be online, but this is ending a cycle to begin a new one. Lessons learned. You're very protected. This is victory. You could be moving and or traveling. They're grieving and regretting here, crying over spilt milk. It's over. You remained emotionally balanced, stable, mature, loving, kind, nurturing, and sweet, male or female. Used your intuition. You're at peace. Biggest cup of love, and they blocked themselves off from it. They don't know what to do. They're indecisive because there will be no reconciling. There's no conflict resolution. They have no peace, harmony, or contentment. They said, they're in denial right now, saying that, I didn't say that. I didn't say they had addictions and they were crazy. They're sick and unstable. This was unfair. Unfair treatment. This is disaster for whomever this is. They went to extremes, inappropriate behavior. No fairness, no balance, nothing. They're in denial. Oh, well. Let them be in denial. This is, you let them go. This is embarrassing and disgraceful. You're balanced. They got paid or paid others to do something against you. You got to balance this out. If this is a relationship, they were giving and receiving with others, prioritizing others. You were very generous. Somebody's getting paid. Yeah. You got paid for magic. You got paid or were paying others to do magic on you, to lose a child, children. Somebody's immature, insincere, and very childish. They got paid to say that you were childish, you're not serious about life. Somebody's having an emotional outburst. They're trying to make you have an emotional outburst. Somebody's not sorry. This could be a child from hell I just heard. Oh my God. Children can be karmic. And I'm talking about adult children. Obviously, I don't talk about small kids. Damn. There's no apology. There never will be. Yeah. This is friends, third party, cult. I don't know. There's talking. They want to reconcile. These are pleasure seekers. We're talking about a family talking to you, reconciling with family. People are talking. There's a third party that stepped in and presented themselves as you. This is a large amount of money here. This is 10 of Wands. They want to unburden themselves. You're not burdened. They got to drop this or let this go. This contract, this collaboration, this third party. They intercepted your mail or money. They're in trouble here. They don't want to take accountability. They're trying to block, stop communication. Stop you from communicating, or this is money that was supposed to come to you and they were trying to block it. Somebody's assessed the situation. New ideas, new energy, limitless potential, and free spirit. So you have something new coming. It's going to be good news. They're trying to stop this for you. Because I think they collaborated to make you look unstable, to make you look not dependable, irresponsible, not mature, lazy, never finishing anything, right? Yep, somebody's assessed a situation. They see it different. Get ready for some sort of communication. This is a disruption. This is a tower. 16, okay? Choose wisely. You're moving forward. You overcame. This could be the police coming in as well. They didn't make the right choices. Somebody could have had multiple options. I don't know. If it's a relationship. I'm so past these types of relationships. It's not even funny. And I'm not making fun of anybody else who are in these relationships. I'm just tired of it. I'm of an age, okay? I'm probably a lot older than some of you. So I'm just tired of it. Sorry, not sorry. Something was done that was taboo. Like trying to sacrifice you or doing some magic against you or just really doing the worst, okay? Limit. This is a crime. Forbidden love, curiosity. Somebody had some sort. You used your intuition. They tried to block your intuition or your crown chakra, which is where you get your downloads. You get it right from source. Sixth sense, intuition, subconscious. It's going to seem like a miracle that you know about these things, right? Because the divine tells you. Dreams are coming true. Get what you want. You're getting what you want now that you're single. They thought it would hurt you, crush you if everybody turned their backs on you because they all got paid for something. It goes to show you the people that you were surrounded by had a price. And those are not the types of people you want around you. They'll sell you for anything, right? Sell the grandmas. Isolation and dependent alone. But in this time, you took this time to heal and manifest. Congratulations. Hoping, expecting, faith, and manifesting. So you're manifesting something new. Or they're hoping. Elusive, dishonesty, deception, trickery. They're hoping that their tricks are going to work. I don't think so. You're a hopeful type of person. Not for machinations like this. Inspired, optimistic, and success. They're longing for you. They want to give you, they're sending you love or lust spells or come to me spells or something. Missing you. Let's talk reunion. Yeah, let's talk truth then. You want to talk so very badly. Where's the truth? Where's the apology? Where's the money? Give it all up. You know what I'm saying? Turn yourselves in. You want to talk so fucking badly. Personally, I'd rather not talk to you. It is what it is. Better off without you. Where are we going with this, please, Spirit? Better off without the games. What do you say? I think everybody here that's in the same boat as me agrees. I don't care who the fuck you are. If you're bringing shit like this into my world, you don't belong in my world. Why would I hang on to that bullshit? That's why a lot of people, I cut them out of my life for that very reason. Thank you, Spirit. So we have 8. Scorpio, empty nest. Moving on, no one home. Lights are on, but no one's home. Cycle completion, emptiness, final endings, beginnings, the void, vacant separation, making adjustments, lonely, new life, and graduating. Congratulations. eyeglasses. You got to see, now that you're on your own, you got to see things more clearly. 7, Taurus, 87 might have something to do with it. You're seeing things clearly. Assessment, evaluate options, perspective, review, analyze, opinion, judgment, examine. Seeing clearly, the fine print, estimate. Look, closer look, focus, awareness, check the details. So somebody in the equation, it has something to do with property, money, something. Or your health, mental health. Somebody's reassessing something. Reading the fine print. So this is happening now. 877. 77 seems to follow me everywhere. Within a few days, the situation or event in question will develop or unfold within a matter of days. Congratulations. 7 is a lucky number. I'm a life path 7. You might be. Also, 7 is a number of karma. It's very spiritual, meaning that this life, if you're life path 7, you are a teacher, you are eventually spiritual. You might not start off spiritual, but eventually that's where you'll wind up. It is karma. You're dealing with karma. You have to learn these lessons, and you're also a catalyst for others to learn lessons. Okay? 5, Cancer, 75, earn. Loss, unalive, forfeiture, grief, closed up, bereaved, breakup, poverty, collapse, dispossess, remove, dismantle, deprive, absence, change of state, setback, it's over, it's done. And 58 is Aquarius, fishhook. So you could be the spiritual bait. They're trying to bait you, reactive abuse, or somebody got baited here, they got caught. Fishhook, powerless, feeling helpless, paralyzed, vulnerable, trap, temptation, bait, con game. Didn't I tell you? Great catch, because you are a great catch. Luck, prosperity, resourcefulness, abundance, multiplication principle. For the amount of disrespect and pain they caused you, well, it'll get repaid in their lives. But a lot more. You know what I'm saying? 989, Pisces, cross, sacrifice. They want to sacrifice you. Down for the cause, release, let go, giving up, surrender. Puts others first. And you did. I know, I did. I'm not doing that anymore. I put me first. For the greater good, dogma, heroic effort, purpose-driven, martyrdom, and heed the call. And the last one we have here is library. 98, Capricorn. Knowledge, learning, history. Maybe you love libraries and reading and information. I do. I can't get enough of information. I love learning. History, information, research, books, pastime, archives, something to do with archives, hidden documents. I got this yesterday or the day before. Some documents have been found. Somebody tried to hide them. It's been found. And guess why? It's God, it's Spirit. The angels made sure that whoever found them would find them. Search, secrets, looking beneath the surface, author, reading, and writing. Though you could be the author of something, or they're going to find out who's the author of something that was written against you, about you, or a false contract I just heard. The real contract's been found. Wow. Optical illusions here. We have crack shot, 3 Capricorn. Optical illusions, so there's a lot of illusions going on here. There's a coin toss. 50-50. It would work. It wouldn't. It didn't work for them. Still. You remain still. Refinement, taste, and culture. You're the Phoenix Rising. Congratulations, 99. So this karmic cycle is ended. It's done. No more, I just heard. No more. Within you is a library of information. So the people in and around this never spoke to you about this. The authorities have never spoken to you for whatever reason. I'm not putting the blame on them. Maybe they didn't know. Maybe this was an elaborate con game, but I'm picking up people who are getting paid to look the other way. I don't know. There's a lot of information that's coming out now about these fools, about these people that were involved. Even the ones secondary on the outside watching, they still didn't do the right things. They're all going to get it, okay? All of them, each and every one of them. They placed you in danger. Nobody wanted to stop it. Nobody reported it. Your life was in danger, in essence, or those around you. So they still didn't stop it, so they're going down too. I'd be suing them as well. Yeah, Vehuel, 8 of Wands. This is fast communication, fast action, and or travel. It's usually good news, Vehuel. 49:13, this is change. You are the Phoenix Rising, the great and exalted God. They say violence indicate new beginnings, but I also look at that like somebody's having a pity party. you know. Grandeur makes one passionate towards God. You love God and he loves you. End of Nine of Swords. They're worried. You got God on your side. Of course, if I were them, I'd be worried. Oh, yes. When you got God on your side, no one's going to win. That comes up after you or against you. Hariel, they're getting punished here. They want you to cover for them, or they want somebody else to take the punishment for them. 15, devil energy, the comforting God, Hariel. Purification, protection from the impious religious sentiments. So somebody could be religious, you could be spiritual, or you could be religious, whatever, but they're nitpicking at you. Oh, that's not right. That's not correct. Really? Okay. Who says you God? Are you God? Did you write the Bible? Because even the Bible was written by men. And I'd love to say men and women, but no, men. I'm not putting you guys down. It's just the time, the sign of the times. A lot of redaction, a lot of editing, a lot of insertion, a lot of really bad interpretations in terms of language as well. Got to factor that in, okay? So 3 of Pentacles. So contract, collaboration, or third party. You were working hard. You were a master. 58 is another 13. Wow, look at that. God hearing limitations. Mental force protects against sorrows and illness. 6 of Swords. So Spirit plucked you out of rough waters and brought you to calm waters to heal. And you're moving forward in life. Somebody could be transitioning, or they wanted you to transition. But you're going to a happier place. You could be moving indoor. I don't know. Going far, traveling. So that's a 9. The gentle God. There's an investigation. Somebody from afar might be coming towards you. Perception of unity protects against accidents and heals the sick. So whatever accidents they tried to make you experience or illness, you are always protected. Congratulations. Hey man, they wanted to sacrifice you. Now they stuck. Now they stuck, right? They're good. This is an arrest. Somebody at a distance is going to be arrested. Good. It's over. Ending a cycle to begin a new one. 21. That's the world. Nacha'el, the only God. The trumpet's been blown. Desire for knowledge protects from liars, evil spells, and bad spirits. So you are always protected. You're always illuminated. That's why you surrendered it to God. And that's what happens. The Tower. Uriel, Archangel Uriel is working with you. You're speaking the truth to male or female. Uriel, the fire of God. Disruption warns of disasters, aids in transformation. You're speaking the truth or somebody else. This is law and order, male or female. 38 is 11, and 11 in tarot is justice. Ha'amia. God, the hope of all the earth. Ritual and ceremony can require all the treasures of heaven and earth. So they were doing rituals against you. It's going to blow up in their face. You're too strong for them. Hakamia. 16, tower moment. Tower, tower. Right there. Oh boy. Could be the power of 3. Doesn't have to be. There's 4 actually there. So this is the raising God. So God uplifted you, because raising, you can take it both ways. Being uplifted by God, but if it's spelled differently, raising meaning tearing it all down, never to be rebuilt again. So loyalty, delivery from those who seek to oppress, and brings victory. Congratulations. We're going to leave it there because I love leaving it there. I hope you like the read, and until next time, take care.